Alright, common riding situations. They start out at intersections. Intersections are the most dangerous areas for motorcycles. Multiple lanes, cars moving in and out. Possibility of vehicles not stopping, even if you have a green light or right of way. Oncoming cars turning left into your lane. Cars turning left will completely block the roadway, and that's what your lane completely block your lane, and that can be real dangerous for you. So what you want to do when you're around an intersection, you want to check for traffic behind you. Make sure the vehicle behind you is going to stop when you stop. Check for oncoming traffic. Check traffic to the left and to the right. You want to be alert at the intersections, obviously. You also have limited visibility sometimes if there's other parked cars along the intersection, buildings that block visibility of other vehicles that are coming down the road towards the intersection. Sometimes the traffic lights can be a problem for motorcycles. Sometimes the sensors don't recognize your vehicle's there. I've had that happen a couple times, and you know, I'd be waiting there for 5-10 minutes for the light to change, and it just wouldn't recognize my vehicle's there. A couple times I waited so long I just ended up turning right and then turning back around to where I wanted to go. So you also want to remember you know, your blind spots. Some intersections are multiple lanes that are going the same direction. Sometimes if the intersection is, say, 3 lanes wide in your direction, you might have a lane for turning left, straight, and right. You want to watch out for cars on both sides of you. Make sure you get in your lane ahead of time. Instead of last minute. Other cars might be doing the same thing, and when you go to turn or when they turn, they might not see you. So be alert. When you're on the highway, tractor trailers especially, even if you're onto the far left or right side of your lane behind a tractor trailer, they might not see you. It's a good idea to always be able to see the vehicle's mirrors ahead of you. Usually I try and, if I can help it, not be behind one. If I can have the opportunity to pass one, usually I will if it's safe to do so. Also, you can get the draft from behind them to the sides, debris from the vehicle. So large vehicles and vehicles that are hauling a bunch of stuff or have a lot of loose stuff in their pickup, you know, I try and get ahead of or around them. That way, you know, if anything flies out, it's not hitting me. You want to think of these things ahead of time. Eventually, it just comes naturally. Seems like a lot of stuff to think about at first, but it just becomes second nature. You know, you just want to think ahead and you know, make sure you plan accordingly. You just want to look at any hazard and do what will keep you the safest. Also with that, tailgating drivers, it's a huge thing. Almost any time I'm out on my bike, you get someone that tailgates you. Bikes are smaller, so because of that, sometimes it's harder for other drivers to judge the distance that they are from you. Sometimes they might see someone on a sport bike and think this guy wants to race or go fast. You get all these souped up cars and fast cars behind you that tailgate you and want to get around you, and it's, you know, I'm just trying to take a nice motorcycle ride, and you know, I'm not looking to race nobody, and you know, they tailgate you. What I do is if there's a vehicle ahead of me, I'll increase the distance between me and them to give me more time to slow down. That way the guy behind me hopefully doesn't hit me if I have to brake fast. Then usually I'll slow down a couple miles an hour. Hopefully, you know, that'll get them to give you some room. And if that doesn't work, I'll pull off to the side of the road and just let them by. You know, you don't want to anger them, because that's just gonna make them stay behind you more, or get closer to you. So if those things don't work, also you can flash your brake light. But if those don't work, you know, pull off to the side of the road, just let them by, and you know, it makes yourself safer. You don't have to worry about them behind you. You also want to maintain your lane position. Adjust it if you need to. That discourages the vehicle from maybe going in your lane to get ahead of you. So if there's no vehicles out of me, I'll try and stay in the left portion of my lane. That way, if there's not a lot of room for them to pass, or not trying to cut me off in my lane, it forces them to go in the other lane around you. But that's that. Just got to deal with it, and think of the ways that keeps you safe. Next thing is they have in here is the curves. You got curves, you know, they could be more right angle S curves, real tight turns where the radius actually decreases, and the turn gets smaller as you go through the turn. On ramps, stuff like that. What you want to do when you're going in a curve, you want to stay towards the outside of your lane. If you're going into a curve going right, you want to be on the left, outer left of your lane. That gives you the most visibility going into the turn. Lets you see what's ahead. It also gives you, you know, if there is something ahead, better reaction time. It's also a straighter line through the curve, so that allows you to keep your bike more upright and gives your bike more traction, stability. If you need to brake, by having your bike more upright, it provides better, I can't think of the word, better area, I guess, to brake. Because when you're already leaning, you're using part of your traction to lean, and then once you start braking, you're using even more of that traction. So by having the bike as upright as possible, you're giving yourself the most traction, and also the ability to stop faster, because if you're leaning way over, you don't want to put the brakes on real hard, and it keeps you safer in case something is up ahead. So, and when you're going through the curve, you want to use that turning procedure: slow, look, press, and roll. I went over that earlier in the other videos. Next, you have parking safely. When you go to park your bike, what you want to do is back into the parking space if there's a curb, and have your rear wheel touching the curb. That keeps your bike from rolling backward and whatnot. Some places you're supposed to park the motorcycle parallel to the curb. It depends on where you are. If you're using the side stand, turn the handlebars. You want to lock the forks out for added security. Keeps the bars from moving, the bike from moving. Someone else messing with your bike, turning the bars, whatever. Usually you want to park in a secure and well-lit area if you can. If you have a motorcycle cover, if you're staying at a hotel or something, use non-branded motorcycle covers. It discourages people from, you know, wanting to go after your bike or certain parts of your bike. Usually you want to limit the amount of time your bike is left unattended if you can. Also depends on the area you're at. Use a high quality chain lock and chain. Secure it through the frame instead of the wheels. If you go through the wheels, someone could, you know, take your wheels off and still take off with your bike and leave your wheel there. That's why you want to go through your frame. Consider an anti-theft motorcycle or security system. Some have disc brake alarms, and if it senses movement in the disc brake, such as the bike moving forward or backward, an alarm will go off. And if you're parking on gravel or grass, if you're at like some fair or at a park, you want to make sure the side stand is on firm ground. So if you have like a piece of wood or something flat, put it under the side stand. Keeps the bike from sinking into the grass and tipping over. Gravel can also slip, so make sure the side stand is in a good spot. If you're on an incline, you want to park the bike in first gear. Even if there's a curb, you know, it can keep your bike from rolling around. If you're on an incline, and say the incline is going downward, if you're facing the incline going down, you want to park your bike in a position where it's not gonna cause the side stand to move forward and knock your bike over. Sometimes even if it's in first, the bike can move a little bit. You want to have the front of your bike, if you can, facing up towards the incline, so that way it keeps the stand forward, because the bike's wanting to go backward. If the front of your bike is parked down, the weight of your bike might want to cause the stand to go back and the bike to tip over. Just some things to think about. I think I'm running low on time for this one. Next video we'll be covering obstacles, and stay tuned for that.